Good evening, my friends, and welcome back to Cartoon Corner. Today, we are on a hunt. Yes, a hunt for a movie so plain, unremarkable, and boring that it goes beyond any form of animation I have witnessed before. I am, of course, talking about the mechanical, cliche-filled mess simply known as Open Season. Time to look at Open Season, a domesticated meets wild movie released in 2004 during a time where quite literally 12 other movies like that were released. So Open Season wasn't doing anything really new or revolutionary, but maybe its classy writing and unforgettable characters can save this movie and make it a truly memorable and worthwhile experience. It does not. So let's look at Open Season. We start off in the middle of the woods as a forest ranger is getting ready to go out on the town, but not before she gets the most menacing, terrifying, piss in your pants inducing whisper roar ever! Well, this big lovable teddy bear is Boog, voiced by Martin Lawrence, a domesticated bear who lives with Forest Ranger Beth, voiced by Grace from Will and Grace. We get the cliched story set up, you know. The domesticated animal, in this case Boog, is the star of his own show in the town of Timberline that is run by Beth. He lives in a garage with a cute toy bear, and everything is basically gumdrops and rainbows raining from the sky. Well, that is until our heck bad guy Shaw comes into the picture. Oh my god, Gary, see this? Oh my god, this is so cool. Come on, let's see that gruff voice. Come on. Sadly, this isn't the Mac Taylor from CSI New York that we know. Yes, this time Gary Sinus is playing the goofy villain Shaw, a redneck crazy person who lives in the woods. Anyway, Shaw is in town setting up for Open Season, but Beth points out that Shaw has already killed and hung his first victim on his car.
What? It ain't my fault he ran right in front of my truck.
Where? On the interstate?
Yes! Yes! We have got to see that in a loop. As you can clearly tell, I don't like this character that much. But I'm getting ahead of myself. While Beth and Shaw duke it out inside the sheriff's office, Boog and the deer, Elliot, who is actually alive, begin to make idle chit-chat until Boog reveals to Elliot that part of his antler has been broken off.
I don't have a problem with...
Mike! It's... I'm a unicorn! Don't look at me! Don't look at me! I'm hideous! I'm a monster!
Well, Ashton Kutcher. I haven't seen most of his movies, so I can't really make a joke on that. And now, time to go down the typical route of Boog saying that he's happy to Elliot in his current surroundings. Elliot begs to be let go from being tied to the truck, and Boog does just that.
Hey, go on now. Scab on back to the woods, little buddy.
Congratulations, Boog. You just ruined your life! And Shaw, realizing what's happened, isn't too happy about this sudden turn of events.
They can't tell me what I seen, because only I know what I seen.
Later that night, Beth tucks Boog into bed with his little blue bear, which is a really heartwarming scene. Better fix that, I guess. You know, I find the act of throwing bunnies at a window more odd than funny. Maybe that's what they were going for. But regardless, The rabbits are being thrown by Elliot, and he's there too, and I quote here,
You help me, I'm returning the favor. I'm busting you out of here.
because, yeah, when he said,
Hey, this is my town, okay? These are my people. This is where I reside. Nobody's hunting this bear.
he seemed really distraught with grief. Elliot then begins to show us some of his lovable comedy routine.
Oh, soft. What is that?
What are you doing in there?
Wow. Oh, no. This is natural.
Sorry. Boog quickly tries to get rid of the annoying asswipe, but Elliot, in retaliation, tries to persuade Boog to go outside.
Outside?
And seeing how Boog tells him politely that he is happy inside, Elliot just ignores him and begins to bribe him with chocolate. Because, yeah, when someone saves my life, I go track him down, order him to do something that he firmly doesn't want to do, and then when he doesn't do it, I bribe him. Because I'm a considerate person. Well, because of Elliot's chocolate, Boog decides to go out with him for a night on the town. Then they reach their local puny mart and begin to wreck shit up in a montage.
Too close. A little too close.
And just like someone who just had their life saved by the person you brought along to destroy a mini-mart, Elliot abandons Boog to the police and runs off.
Freeze! Behold, the mighty grizzly. Good night.
Boog is then returned home and detoxed by Beth, who has another heartfelt conversation with the mayor of the town.
One more summer. That's all I'm asking. One summer. Great. See? I can be reasonable. Thanks.
You know something? The longer you wait, the harder it's going to be for him to adapt.
Oh, I'm sure he'll... At least I think he'll...
And the harder it's going to be for you to let him go.
Wow. I really feel sorry for Beth here. The deep emotional pains of being told to get rid of a loved one is just astronomical. And how strong the emotion is in this scene. Well, gotta ruin that. Let's cut to Elliot in the trash looking for a decent joke.
Yuck. Ooh, it's terrible but wonderful at the same time. It's like freedom in a cup!
Oh, open season, you never cease to unamaze me. But thank God our local insane, unscary villain is driving around, or the plot can never move forward.
It walks like a man.
Anyway, Boog is preparing for another performance when...
Relax.
I gotta hide. I gotta hide.
What are you doing?
Stop! Let me guess what is going to happen. Shaw is going to come in and scare Elliot onto the stage of Boog's show, ruining it. Then Boog, in anger of Elliot's idiocy, will begin to beat up Elliot, while the shadow silhouettes of the two will look like Boog is killing Elliot in hilariously gory ways, scaring all the audience members away. Then Shaw will show up and almost shoot Boog until in a dramatic twist, Beth will get the first tranquilizing shot off and knock out Boog. By God! My clairvoyant powers of predicting predictable plots is astounding! So Beth KOs both Boog and Elliot, but for some reason it takes one dart to knock out a 900-pound grizzly, but she felt she needed to get 6 shots into Elliot's butt to knock him out. Maybe she already knew that this entire movie is Elliot's fault. Or they were just trying to make a stupid butt joke, but eh. Next, after another heartwarming scene with Beth. Seriously, this movie should have been about her and Boog, not Elliot and Boog. Beth takes Boog into the wilderness and releases him back into the wild as they share their final moment together. Wow, I'm almost getting an emotion. Elliot?
Hey, could you keep it down? I'm trying to sleep here.
He just sucks the life out of any scene he's in, doesn't he? After Boog wakes up and realizes he's in the middle of the woods, with open season being just a few days away, Boog correctly gets pissed off at Elliot.
My garage is missing. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner are missing. My life is missing. And it's all your fault.
What are you gonna do?
No, Boog doesn't really drop him, unlike how I wanted him to. He just throws Elliot's stupid ass away and gets his antlers stuck into the ground.
Wait! Boog! I know where Timberline is!
Yeah, let me think about that for a moment, Elliot. We're hit by a car and brought into town from the deep woods while unconscious. And when brought out of town, you were tranquilized and knocked out. So, Elliot, please explain to me how you should have any idea of how to get back to town. Well, Boog first tries to find his own way home without Elliot's help, but he runs into a pack of squirrels who aren't too glad that Boog is around.
Oi! Try it again, I'll be kicking your furry brown bahookie. What?
Oh, hey, it's Billy Connolly! I remember him from such great films as... You really don't pick good movies. And so, because Boog is a giant 900-pound bear, and he is facing a bunch of squirrels throwing nuts at him, he gets his round ass handed to him. Boog then submits and takes Elliot along with him as his guide to get back to Timberline. And I'm quite positive that this will work out beautifully for everyone involved. Meanwhile, Shaw is having some more psychotic, unscary episodes about some animal uprising.
I hope I'm not too late. They've been out here all night. A bear and a deer working together. How far does this conspiracy go? What other
Yeah, now that's scary. Writers actually thought this would be actually threatening to kids. Back in the woods, Boog is holding his own with some really creepy looking animals.
What do you think you're doing on my house?
This is your house? Oh, I didn't know.
It would probably be an improvement.
What did you just say to me, Rosie?
Nothing. Why you gotta be so sensitive?
Oh no, you didn't, girlfriend! I am totally not just making fun of her stereotype.
Yeah, boss.
I want you to cantilever that seat on the bar yourself for the north end. You got that?
Huh?
Put a twig in the hole.
Oh.
In my very honest opinion, as I too have worked with character modeling before, you didn't make the beaver's nose big enough.
Arms might pinch a little.
Oh cool, it's Sonic! Hey Sonic, you have a Sonic says for us?
Buddy.
Not what I'm going for, but okay!
I understand what's going on here. You're a little crabby because you're hungry. I think yes.
I'm starving.
Well, what do bears eat?
Fish. Bears eat fish.
And let's play another game. Guess that punchline! Okay folks, this is an easy one. Boog is going to the river looking for fish to eat. Now tell me, what's the punchline? Is it A, he'll fail to catch any fish? B, the fish will kick Boog's ass? Or C, he'll eat something nasty? So, what happens? Well, seeing how this movie is completely predictable, I'm going to say all the above.
All right, fishies, give it up for Boog.
I go out.
Oh, thank God for predictability.
Hey, incredible Mr. E.
Yes, Boogster?
I gotta go.
Well, go.
No, I need a toilet. You know, the think tank, the log cabin, the Johnny on the spot, the Oval Office.
There's none of those things out here.
Well, what do you do?
You know, I can't remember.
Oh, Joey Open Season, you finally mastered the most greatest joke of all. The poop joke. Wonderful. Thank you for scraping the bottom of the joke barrel for everybody. Boog, after another unfunny one-note joke character, separates from Elliot for a minute and tries to get some help from...
And we started in the big V's. Then, then it happened.
World War referencing ducks. Meanwhile, Elliot goes and finds his friend, Giselle, and she's his future wife. Oh, did I ruin the surprise of Open Season 2? How could I have possibly have ruined the surprise that the only two that had been romantically involved together could possibly end up together? I am so sorry.
How long have you had that tick? I think it's getting worse. Oh, crud.
Damn, that is some tall grass. Anyway, we meet the leader of the Ninja Deers, Kronk from the Emperor's New Groove. And I'm going to guess that he plays the character of the Meathead.
Boog. What is that short for?
Booger.
May all bow to my powers of clairvoyancy. So this is where we get to learn that Elliot was so annoying and such an idiot that he even got kicked out of his own deer pack. That explains a lot. We cut back to Shaw as he's harassing a group of tourists that have come to the mountains.
You folks all right?
There, Mr. Weenie. Are you all right, baby? You're the sweetest little weenie.
Oh boy, characters that won't be able to be used until the sequel! Whee!
Don't be fooled. He's one of them.
Who?
The enemy. The bear. That deer. All them.
I have seen the future. It will start in small towns like Timberline. Soon, it'll spread. They will invade from burrows, caves, petting zoos.
Oh, damn it! Elmer Fudd is more threatening than this clown! We cut back to Elliot wearing Boog's teddy bear's thong. Wow, that did sound as stupid as I thought it would. And by now, the duo have been walking around for mainly about 2 days. And Open Season is only tomorrow. And this is where Boog makes a stunning revelation!
Elliot! Elliot, this is the same dang damn. We've been going in circles.
Duh!
Circle.
One time around. Oh, you don't even know where we're going.
Oh! Oh my god. Are they dead?
What was that?
Ah! God! Movie, you're teasing me! The story continues. What happens next is actually a pretty creative action scene, with maybe a few minor nitpicks, but I won't get into those. After Elliot and Boog break the beaver's dam, it causes a huge flood that sweeps up all the other one-note animals and Shaw. Then we get a rather thrilling chase scene in water. But there was a loss. No! He was the most well-developed character! After the flood, Elliot and Boog look at all the damage that they...
You did this.
Wait.
What did I do? You dragged us down to the hunting ground.
Yeah, where are we gonna hide?
What?
We're sitting ducks.
What?
And it's open season.
What the hell are you guys talking about? Boog and Elliot caused the flood. You know what? Actually, this is mostly Elliot's fault anyways. I mean, let me break it down. He used Boog to get some food and got Boog kicked out of his home and dropped in the middle of the woods. Then Elliot lied to him and made Boog run around the forest for 2 days, going in circles, and Elliot hasn't once helped him try to adapt being in the wild. So why blame Boog? He's a domesticated bear. He doesn't know any better. It should be Elliot you should be ripping to shreds for killing you all. And right. I can't believe this. He actually seems shocked that Boog is blaming him for what happened. You know, in most movies, it would be Elliot that'd be learning the lesson of, not lying, not manipulating others, and not using people as a freaking meal ticket. But no, the domesticated animal is evil. Send him away to that old and hick-looking house to learn a moral that's basically useless to him. Away with you! Cut to a brief scene with the forest ranger. Feeling sort of bad about her, but back to shit. Literally. Maybe you can find more developed characters in there. But oopsie doodles! Boog just walked into Shaw's cabin, and he's as non-threatening as ever.
Someone's been eating my kid, huh? Somebody's been sitting in my chair. Somebody forgot to flush!
Shaw has just dropped to parodying nursery rhymes as threats. Oh god, there is no escape from this. Boog does manage to make it to the basement of Shaw's shack. And we get this.
Today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go out in the woods today, you better go in disguise. 'Cause every bear that ever there was gathered there together because...
A threatening and creepy scene with Shaw. The most bluntly evil thing to be in this movie. And he was almost a threat here. Bravo, open season writers, bravo! Boog escapes from Shaw and misses the timberline, but some hunters drive by him, heading for the hunting grounds where Elliot and the other animals are. So Boog has a choice, to live in the woods where he doesn't know how to adapt, where all the animals kick his ass every day and night, or to go home and be happy, and get all the animals who treated him like shit killed. No, he goes for the good option, not particularly the smart one, but excluding that. He rallies the animals into an assault force against the hunters, but they need weapons! Well, good thing Boog's new moral standing doesn't stop him from stealing from those recurring tourist characters. But after the animals' little bout of vandalism and theft, they run into a little problem. A character that's useless to this movie and will only be used in the sequel? Come along! We then cut to the day of open season. And boy is it a letdown. I'm sure others would find this fun to watch, but I just can't stand that a pop song being the soundtrack to a fight. I'm sorry, it's just really off to me.
Come on, man! They're just animals!
No, hunters! When fighting, you don't use your high-caliber rifle as a freaking club! You put it in your hand, put your finger on the trigger, aim, and then you pull it. Oh. Moving on. So after they chase off the hunters, Boog senses a bluntly evil disturbance in the force. And now we get the big epic battle between Shaw and Boog as Elliot and the other animals lend their form of assistance from the sidelines. You know, they could try ganging up on him because there's more of them than there are of him, but what do I know? Then in an act of sheer stupidity, Elliot fires himself at Shaw and... So Boog finally realizes at being beaten up by squirrels, fish, and deer that he is in fact a 900-pound bear. After pacifying Shaw, Boog turns to Elliot. Okay, folks, let's count down the anticlimactic that he's really alive scene. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You alright, Elliot?
I'm a little lightheaded.
Ooh, extra points for a lousy joke. Suddenly, Beth comes along and finds Boog and tries to bring him home, but Boog has been corrupted by the stupidity of Elliot, and he decides to stay in the woods. Or he learned a moral or some crap like that. So Boog and Elliot stay in the woods and continue to get into more hilarious hijinks in the 2 sequels. 2? This cliched, unoriginal mess of a movie deserved 2 sequels? In my opinion, it didn't really deserve 1! This entire movie is unbelievably cliched and unremarkable. The characters, while some have some redeemable qualities, mostly are just forgettable one-note joke characters who contribute nothing to the story or any of the characters' development. As for the look, it's pretty shallow. The backgrounds look horrendously flat, and the character models range from fine to completely ridiculous. That isn't to say there aren't no remnants of a good movie in here. The relationship between Boog and Beth is quite potent for the small amount of screen time they get together, but the good can't counteract the horrible buddy-buddy relationship of Boog and Elliot. Elliot just drowns all common sense and dignity of this movie in the mud and kills the movie. In short, Open Season is a critically flawed, cliched mess, but not unwatchable. Oh, my, that would load off my mind. Well, next time, I'm gonna take a break from shitty cartoons, and I'm gonna review something good. So, tune in. Next time. What the hell? Hey. Oh. What? Oh. Oh.
Here it comes.